Hello, my beautiful Virgos. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today, we are doing a reading that will be posted on Friday, July 24th for the upcoming week that follows. But if the title caught your eye and you've come here and it's not those dates, don't worry. I'm sure there's a message in here for you. Okay, so this week coming up, we do have a full moon on Wednesday, July 29th. This is a full buck moon in Aquarius, and it's also sometimes called the midsummer moon, the hot moon, or the thunder moon. This moon is going to push you to wanting to be independent. It could push you to feelings about quitting your job, starting a new business, getting away from the 9 to 5, so to speak. Some people may even feel called to get out of relationships, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, even marriages, and friendships, whatever. There's just going to be, it's going to bring up feelings of this thing or person or situation is holding me back and I want my independence. So be aware that you may have some feelings like that. Make sure that you're dealing with those feelings not with pure emotion or pure logic, but with a balance of both, right? Because Aquarius can sometimes push us to lean all the way into the logic and analytical side of ourselves instead of like the head and the heart together. Okay, just something to think about. Okay, so we're going to be using the Starry Beginnings deck by Cassie White. And to open your reading, we're going to be using the Celestial Tarot because we have a moon phase this upcoming week. And to close it out, we're going to use my little Divine Doors Oracle deck. Okay, my beautiful Virgos. So you have card number 7. Sevens are reflection. Trust what you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished. Now, almost every single card that has come out of this oracle deck for every sign has had the word love in it. So I really think that Spirit is trying to kind of remind us not to overthink things, not to be too analytical about things, not to be too logical about things, right? Reminding us that love is the key, always. Trust what you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished. That means love for yourself, love for your earth, love for your surroundings, love for your friends, love, gratefulness, kindness, that all goes hand in hand. So just that reminder, right? To stay in the energy and frequency of love this upcoming week, but really always. Okay, we're going to face the camera down and we are going to pull some tarot. Okay, my beautiful Virgos, please remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Not every reading, most likely not every reading can resonate 100% with every single person watching, right? Yeah, sometimes I have readers that I watch and, you know, most of the time I do get a message out of most of them, but sometimes it's a message like purely about, let's say, finding love. And it's like, well, I already have that. So sometimes I just listen, especially if I like the frequency of the person's voice. There's a couple people that I really enjoy listening to because of the frequency of their voice. The Majestic Tarot is one. Magician Tarot is another. I find their voice very calming. Anyway, so yeah, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, it's okay. It doesn't mean that the person reading is not connected. It just means that one wasn't meant for you. Oh, that flipped over right in there. Page of Swords, Six of Swords. Okay, some words coming out. Swords are air signs. Aquarius is an air sign. That full moon is in Aquarius. Two of Pentacles. Going to have some balancing, some choices coming up this week. I hope you're all doing well. I want to thank everybody for your likes, your views, your comments, and your subscribes. I think I'm 15 away from 900 subscribers, and I'm so very grateful. So grateful. Once I get to 1,000, that's when YouTube pays more attention and pushes my videos out more. I know that's way less than, I mean, I think about people like Mr. Beast and Joe Rogan who have millions of followers. I mean, I'm not ever probably going to reach that, but 1,900 is a big milestone for me. 1,000 will be even a bigger milestone and a bigger celebration, because I feel like then, you know, also some people don't want to subscribe to channels that have, you know, low numbers of subscribers, because they look and they think, oh, well, that person must not be very good. No, that person is trying to build their channel. Okay, enough about that. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Wow, okay, so 2 swords, 3 pentacles. Okay, so the last cards they gave you 2, another sword, and then a bonus card. Your bonus card is the Magician. Wow, okay. All right, let's see. I think, is this all swords and pentacles? Yes. So your main reading is all swords and pentacles. So words, thoughts, and then the material, right? Your job, your home, your car, your whatever you can touch, you know, your wardrobe, where you live. It's all about those material things. It's not just money. It's also how you spend your time and energy, right? So Page of Swords coming out first. And you see he's standing there with that sword right in front of him. There's a lot of feathers up here above him. And it looks like he's ready to do something, like not battle, but he's looking at his sword, almost contemplating, okay, what am I doing? But swords have to do with communication. So this is a card of communication. It is a card of truth. There's one sword there. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, but all the court cards have one sword. And I also think, maybe not in this deck, but all I can think of is Liberty, Libra, Justice. The Justice card also has one sword. Anyway, so there's always an element of truth to those cards that have one sword. So he may be contemplating, what is my truth? What is my truth that I want to live? How do I want to go forward? Being true to myself. That's kind of what I'm hearing from my guides regarding that. Then you have the Six of Swords. Virgo, did I say this the last time, that you get the Six of Swords in almost every single reading that I do for you? I swear I want to go back and look back at like 10 readings past, and I feel like this card is in almost every single one. If you remember, comment, because I feel like I get the Six of Swords a lot with Virgo. So the Six of Swords is all about this person trying to go to better shores. Like this person in Vote, they're trying to get to this light, bright, lit up area. Back here, it's a little more dark. The 3 swords up front are lit up. They're light. The 3 swords back are just kind of hanging there, right? Not lit up. This is representative of being able to leave things behind that no longer serve you. Being able to move on and be okay with either things that didn't work out, something like that. But when you don't let it go, it takes you longer, right? The seas are choppy because you're just dragging things with you that you no longer need. Sixes are harmony, but we can't have harmony if we're always dragging negative thoughts, negative energy, negative situations with us, right? I had to take a sip of my coffee there. Then you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, now we're flipping over to the Pentacle side of things. How you spend your money, time, energy, effort. This is a beautiful card. This deck often depicts some of the cards in a much more beautiful way. The imagery on the cards, I should say, right? They still have the same base meaning. But in this one, typically the Two of Pentacles shows somebody juggling pentacles on, they're standing on one foot. This person is kind of like hands up to the air, almost like they're looking at, okay, how do I balance these? Because one is big and one is little. Now, I also feel like this card kind of shows it as, what are we putting as a priority, right? Which thing is a priority? Are we taking the small thing that we don't really need to worry about or choose right now over the big thing that's right in front of us? Like some might say the elephant in the room, something that you really need to deal with that you're just not dealing with, that you need to. Don't ask me why I'm getting that message. I've never had a message like that with the Two of Pentacles. So and I'm an intuitive reader. In case you're new here, yes, the cards have a base meaning. Each deck has a different frequency, but I'm also reading intuitively with my guides helping me, right? So I feel like this card is saying something that you should be prioritizing, you're not, okay? You're prioritizing, or you're making this the small thing that doesn't need to be so important, you're making it too important. All right. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now she's holding a pentacle up just above her hand, almost like she's using her intuition to kind of hold it there. This is another beautiful card. The Queen of Pentacles is top of the suit. It could be you, Virgo, because pentacles are earth signs, right? This Queen of Pentacles has her eyes closed. It's almost as if she's imagining how her world will be financially, frequency-wise, where she's going to go, what she's going to do. It's almost like she's holding up that pentacle, eyes closed, maybe with even meditating on it, focusing on it. It's like the Page of Swords, how he's focusing on that sword. She's doing the same thing with the pentacle. So Virgos, this week, you may be needing to figure some things out, right? How you're going forward in communication and how you're going forward in spending your money, time, effort, energy. Where are you putting that, right? Are you putting your effort and energy into this thing, or are you worried about something that's a real small thing when you really need to be focusing on the other, the larger one? Yeah, so this, if this is you, Virgos, which it probably is, since this is a Virgo reading, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, all of us have masculine and feminine. It's showing that you really need to think about, meditate on, focus on what your next move is, either what the next conversation is or what the next move is, like letting these things go, right? Focusing on the correct thing that really needs your attention. And then you have this beautiful Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity with something to do with work, time, effort, energy. This could be an opportunity of a place to go and take a class, give a class, some sort of opportunity like that. It could be an opportunity of a new job or a promotion or something similar, but it's definitely something new coming in, and it has to do with your job and how you spend your time, right? It's the earth things, the material things. It could be a new place to live. It could be a new vehicle. Yeah, I mean, Pentacles is all of those things, but it also could be a chance to spend your time, your energy, and your effort on something that you really love, something that you haven't been able to do. And I feel like that harkens right back to that Two of Pentacles, right? You could have an opportunity to spend the time on that thing that you really need to do, not the little thing. Okay, and the last card, you're back to swords again. So swords, swords, pentacles, 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 and swords. This is the Three of Swords. Now, typically, this card is depicted in a much, I would say, darker way, maybe. So this beautiful heart almost looks like it has a rose made out of light on the inside, right? There are these three swords kind of sticking in the top of it, not piercing, not going through, but they're there. So this could be where somebody has hurt your feelings. And this could be a setback because like Libras, Virgos don't like that, right? They don't want people to be unhappy. So this could be a conversation that's had, or somebody may have made an offhanded remark and you're really taking it to heart when it doesn't matter. It's also back to this, right? A small thing and a big thing, right? when somebody says something or has a comment about what we're doing or what our choices in life, and we let it fester and get up to this big ball, that's when it can hurt us, right? But if we just say, you know what, let me just send some love to this person. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know me. And sometimes we let things get to us when we should be able to let them roll off our back, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. There may be some sort of conversation, and it could be about work, about love, about romance, about, your choice of partner, or, something like that. Maybe even your choice of work or some class you're going to take, and somebody makes a negative comment, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't take this class, or that's all it takes sometimes for somebody to doubt, right? And you don't want to let doubt in. So just be aware, Virgos, that there may be a conversation coming up this week that kind of makes you stop and think about what it is that you're doing or your choices. If you feel in your, I don't know why the camera won't focus. If you feel you have to follow your gut, your instincts, right? Not somebody else's, not what somebody else wants for you. You need to do what's right for you and what feels right for you. Okay. And we're human. So sometimes people do hurt our feelings with what they say or what they do. Maybe you have plans with somebody and they just cancel at the last minute, and you're just thinking, wow, that's so rude. That's terrible. I was planning on this. Don't let those things pierce your heart, right? And get to that beautiful, glowing rose in the middle of your heart. Okay. All right. So let's recap just a bit, and then we'll do the last couple. Trust what you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished. Yes, it can. And then you had that Page of Swords, right? The truth, focusing kind of on the truth and the words with all those feathers around in the card. I never noticed that before. I don't know if a lot of different cards have feathers. Typically, they have stars. Anyhow, Six of Swords, that same card that keeps coming up for you a lot, where you're dragging negative thoughts, feelings, whatever with you. That Two of Pentacles, where you may be focusing on the small thing and you need to focus on the big thing, right? Something that you may have put on the back burner that you need to deal with, and you haven't dealt with it. And it could have something to do with your money, your job, or the time and energy you're putting into something. And then that Queen of Pentacles, that is probably you. Just focusing, like I said, these two cards, Page of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, they're focusing on words and then what they're doing in their physical, right? Contemplating it, making good choices. Then you have that Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity coming in somewhere about something to do with the material, okay? Three of Swords we just talked about. Now your bonus card, and I know why I love that this is the bonus card, right? Magician. This is the energy of all four aces, right? He has all four suits at the ready. He can do and create anything. This is card number 1. You already have an Ace of Pentacles. Then you have card number 1, the Magician. So that's 2, saying new opportunity, but you create it, right? You have to choose what's important. What do I leave? What do I bring with this new opportunity? It's your choice. You are the magician of your life, my beautiful Virgos. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so the closeout deck that I'm using is the Divine Doors. And funny thing was, I'm shuffling and I'm like, please give me one card. 2 cards come out. I put them back in the deck. I shuffle again. I'm like, please give me the best card for Virgo. 2 cards came out again. So I just said, okay, got to keep them. So there's your 2 doors. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, I love this deck. I love all the doors in it. So the first one that came out, now this door is kind of half covered by vines and shade, right? Intriguing. The message is morning memory. Its healing gift runs, oh God, these are so hard to read because see how light the writing is? But I usually can't make it focus. Its healing gift runs a destined course, that morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Its healing gift runs a destined course, the morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Okay. So we've already seen, remember in these two cards, how they're kind of, they don't really look like they're meditating. I mean, her hand is up, but it's another clue. And maybe meditate in the morning first thing. If you don't normally do it, just give it a try. And here's your other door. Beautiful carved wooden doors. And this is freedom flows. Freedom flows. Come on, camera. Focused on the last one. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Is there some sort of trip that you've been wanting to go on? Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Maybe there's some sort of pilgrimage that you've always wanted to go on. Maybe you've wanted to go to see the pyramids or Machu Picchu or Easter Island or one of those places. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this card. I don't know. I could be off base. Well, I'm sure I'm not right for every one of you, but yeah, it feels like there may be some sort of dream a place you may want to go in the world, and do it for the right reasons, right? Wow, Virgos, quite a message here. Oh my gosh, this is way longer than any of the other ones. Okay, well, I hope that you have a fantastic week. Please leave me an emoji, a like, a comment. I love it so much. Let me know where you're watching from. And please let me know, is the Six of Swords a card that's been coming up for you in a lot of these readings? I'd love to know if my memory is correct. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.